So why am I doing this? Well, to be honest, I wanted to do a juice cleanse in the last couple of weeks, but I didn't know when, I didn't know how, and I was really loving the way I was eating. I thought giving up on the fruits and the vegetables and the salad would be a bit too much. But now I feel like I'm ready. Welcome to my channel, guys. My name is Okuj and we are here on the Raw Food Glow, where I teach you how to thrive and glow on your raw vegan diet, and most importantly, to build your confidence at the same time. I have been a raw vegan now for 19 months, and honestly, I would say it's been the most eventful and humbling 19 months of my adult life. I'm a raw vegan for life. There are so many benefits, and on my channel I share all of those benefits to keep you motivated and on track on your own journey. Today is a good day because I started my 3-day juice fast. Aside from the juices, I'm drinking water, and this is lemon water. And just to keep it simple, the juice means only consuming fruits and vegetables in liquid form. I'm not blending them, so it's basically less fiber, and it's just using my regular juicer. I'm creating juice, and I'm drinking about 4 liters per day, which should be something like 130 ounces of juice per day, sometimes more, because a day like today I am going to dance, so I need that extra energy and I'll be cycling there. So yeah. So why am I doing this? Well, I've been called to, to be honest, I wanted to do a juice cleanse in the last couple of weeks, but I didn't know when, I didn't know how, and I was really loving the way I was eating. I thought giving up on the fruits and the vegetables and the salad would be a bit too much. But now I feel like I'm ready. On top of that, I feel like I'm at a gateway, let's say, to a new level of consciousness and to a higher awareness, a higher way of being. And so in order to support me as I transition from one way of living to another, I feel like it always needs a lot of spiritual grounding, a spiritual openness as well. And so this is the best way, because when I did my last juice cleanse in December, woof, I was open. I was very open. My eyes were seeing. Before I was blind, now I could see. There's certain things that I'm not maybe consciously aware of, or that I haven't brought enough attention to, that need to be left in the past. And as I move to this new realm, I get to open up and come with less baggage. And so that's what this juice is teaching me. And in the process, I also want to strengthen my faith and my relationship with the divine, with the universe. I would say I've always been a spiritual person from a young age. I guess maybe, let's say, aware, maybe not spiritual, but I was raised Christian in a Christian household. And then I found my own sense of Christianity when I was in my late teens, around 17. No, actually earlier than that. My early teens, I found my own, or I was beginning to find my own relationship to God, to the divine. And then I was kind of back and forth between Christianity and spirituality for maybe a decade or so. And then in the last, let's say, 7 years, I've become more spiritual based, more nature based. But I still listen to a lot of Christian preaching, just because it feels very comfortable to me and I understand it. But it's not something that I follow or want to follow. I'm more rooted in nature, rooted in the beingness and the oneness of all things. Anyways, so now is a real opportunity to make the divine number one and everything else second. And there is more flow, there's more meaning in life when the divine is number one. When I wake up with gratitude, when I fill my day with gratitude, when I honor the divine and behave in a way that represents the divine, there's more just flow, more space, less worry, less stress, just enjoyment and ease. So that's my priority as I continue to juice cleanse over the next couple of days. How is it going so far? This morning I went to buy some fruits and vegetables to start my day strong. I already had some fruits and vegetables, of course, in the fridge. So I had a apple orange and carrot juice with a little bit of ginger. And then in the afternoons, you see, I slightly varied it, took out the orange and kept everything else. But I added a lemon, and then that's going to be the same juice that I'm going to have until the end of the day. And then tomorrow I'll change to probably a beetroot based or one of the other juices that are in my free guide, my free juice guide. If you'd like to download that, that is in the description box. I've got 5 juices for you. Very easy, very simple, but also super energizing. So grab your free copy right now. As I mentioned before, I did do a juice cleanse like December, 6 months ago. So I'm not a newbie. I do feel more experienced. I do feel more prepared. I do feel more ready for it. Of course, certainly the last juice cleanse was 31 days, and that was very difficult because that was also in the winter. And it was my first time just being fueled by liquids only. And I was dealing with a lot of hunger. I was dealing with the cold weather. I was dealing with a lot of like trauma that I had to go through, emotional wounds that I had to face. So all of it was kind of coming at one go, but it was a necessary and enjoyable experience overall. But this is different because it's only 72 hours. I'm already halfway through day 1, and I'm more prepared, I'm more courageous, and I know what I want to get out of this. Whilst I'm still leaving space for the divine to show up and surprise me, I generally know why I'm doing this and what I want from this. I do have a dance class tonight, so I will be finishing probably at least another jar and a half. So far I've done 2 jars, and I'll probably need 3 or 4 jars, but I'll have at least 3.5 jars of juice tonight. But I'm really excited for dance classes with one of my favorite teachers. I see it as an opportunity to just enjoy myself and to express myself, and I'll go as far as I can. I have a lot of energy anyway, so I don't think I will tap out, but I'm going to push myself, but not too hard, push myself, enjoy myself, and have a good time. And that's the whole point of doing hobbies, is to push yourself but still have a good time. And things that I'm noticing already, just a sense of lightness, a sense of surrender. I didn't mention 2 days ago, or 3 days ago, I noticed that, wow, something shifted. I can't pinpoint what it is yet, but something shifted, and now I'm really in surrender mode, where I make surrender my priority. If it's not surrender, I don't want it. If it's not surrender, I don't want it. That's why I'm at on this juice cleanse, and I get to expand that even more and see what surrender looks like on this juice cleanse. I think that makes me more open and more receptive to the divine and to the synchronicities, to the moments of alignment, and basically the hand of God in my own life. And another thing is that there's just a less mental noise. My negative voices are way quieter than they would be otherwise. They're not really there, and it's easy for me to shift to a positive attitude, because I know, of course, everything's going to go out well, everything's going to turn out well, so why worry, why stress? Just ignore it and focus on the positive, as I'm being called to do in this season. But yeah, that is it for me. That was a quick video just to explain where we're at, and I want to encourage you in this video to pivot when you are being called to pivot. There's no need to follow a linear path or a linear line. Life doesn't work like that. So when you're called to try something out, when you're called to change, when you're called to adapt, follow your intuition, follow your higher self, and it will always lead you to the best outcome for you. And I hope I have inspired you today in some way. Let me know what you're juicing today and what you're eating today. I really can't wait to hear what. I always think about food, so I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say about what you're eating, what's on your plate. And if you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. I post daily or somewhat daily reels on what I'm eating, the things that I'm foraging, the things that I'm picking, and other tips and tricks for your raw vegan journey. And if you want even more guidance on how I transition to the raw vegan lifestyle and how I glow and thrive and live my life as a busy, happy, and confident millennial, be sure to check out my ebook. I go through my entire transition from when I was eating normal food, animal food, to veganism, to raw veganism, my weight loss, my revelations, the lessons, the challenges, exercising, the physical transformation, and everything else in between. So if you want to grab a copy of my book, check the description box right now. Thank you always for watching. Thank you for allowing me to be part of the journey. And until the next video, stay fine, stay fierce, and stay fruitful. Ciao.